Welcome to Unit 5 of IDT 3600. We are 1/3 of the way through this course. What we are doing this unit is creating a concept map. So what is exactly a concept map? Well, it is a visual organizer. It can help students understand very complex concepts. Concept maps can enable students to answer questions such as, what is it? What is it like? And this deepens their understanding and comprehension of concepts. It can also be called a graphic organizer. Why would you use a concept map? Well, it helps students organize information. It helps them make meaningful connections. If you have a concept that has lots of parts, details, categories, subcategories, a visual representation enables students to make connections in a way that just writing might not. They're really easy to construct. They're a great way to engage students in a creative manner as well. So this is a concept map of a concept map, and it shows the way in which different parts of this overall concept are connected. This is a really basic concept map looking at trees. If it were to be used for lower grades, they would perhaps use images a lot more than text. This is a concept map that I created. It's based on the Tennessee Core Social Studies standard for 5th grade, looking at military and civil leaders during the Civil War. And so I created this concept map. I've also augmented the map. So in addition to the major leaders from Abraham Lincoln down to Clara Barton, I've also added some lesser known figures. And this is a way in which you can engage students by adding to the standards and augmenting it. I have women, I have Native Americans, and I also have a woman of color represented. These people also had important roles within the Civil War, but are perhaps not as talked about in history books, and students may be less familiar with these figures, but I think it adds to the information that I've used in this concept map. And this is a great way to encourage students also to be creative, to research, to be independent learners, and to add their ideas and information to whatever they're creating. And this just shows a way in which you can do that with a concept map or graphic organizer. So in order to create your concept map or graphic organizer, you will use either Kidspiration or Inspiration. Kidspiration is primarily used for students K through 3 and Inspiration grades 4 and over. Kidspiration is a little bit more basic. It has less functions. There are less choices of images and colors and things like that because it's specifically for younger students. Inspiration has more functions. I like Inspiration better. You can choose either one depending on your grade level. That's up to you. You can download the software. There is a 30-day free trial. Remember your password and the organizational ID, because you'll need that if you need to log in again for any reason. There's also the cloud-based version. I am not a fan of the cloud-based version. It's a little tricky to save concept maps and share them. However, if you are using more than one computer to do this assignment, you may need to use the cloud-based version. The requirements for this assignment are that you align your concept map with your standard and that you include every one of these elements. I've created a checklist for you in course content, and you will use that checklist to make sure that you have all the elements. When you have finished, there's a very specific way you need to save your concept map. So these are the step-by-step instructions based on either Inspiration or Kidspiration. You must save as a GIF or a JPEG. If your file ends in ISF, that is not correct. You cannot share that you cannot post it to your Weebly. If you post it to Dropbox, I will not be able to open it. So you'll make sure that when you submit your file, it ends in .gif or .jpeg. It's very important. When you upload your graphic organizer to your Weebly, you will use an image place marker. You will drag that in and you will upload your graphic organizer to that image, and you'll also do your reflection. You will then publish, and then very important, when you submit your graphic organizer to Dropbox, you're going to do two things. You are going to submit first your graphic organizer, and then secondly you're going to submit the Word document in which you copied and pasted your link to your portfolio. That's also going to go to your Dropbox, so you will have two files uploaded. It is part of the rubric, so if you look at the rubric, it's very clear about what you need to submit for this assignment. As always, if you have any questions, post in discussions, and good luck.